So what? So when you went to, cause you okay, so you went to Hiltonia,
Yeah.
so what? Once you hit high school, where'd you go?
South.
And how long did you go to South?
So I went there freshman, sophomore, junior. I got kicked out, I think, in my junior year, towards the end.
And what'd you get kicked out for?
So what was the line that they really would finish me, the finishing move is I actually punched my hand through one of the windows, and I like almost severed my whole pinky finger, and like I
Through
had
one of the windows, like where?
at school. So the doors that lead into the school. Remember the school, the windows that used to have the wires in there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I punched my hand through one of them.
Why did you do that?
Man, this nigga threw a Big Mac up in the air. Mac sauce fell on my shirt. I had a fresh Raiders shirt on. And so I'm chasing the nigga around the hallway, you know what I'm saying, up and down the hallway trying to get to him. Then he go behind this door and shut the door, and he in the window like this, laughing. So I just, it's just a reflex. I said, BAM!
So why did he throw it in the air, or did
Just, niggas, we did dumb shit back then. You know what I'm saying?
So it was his Big Mac?
It was his Big Mac.
And he just decided to throw it in
Yeah,
the air?
he threw the whole motherfucker up in the air, and motherfucking Mac sauce landed on my shirt. Fresh black shirt, Raider shirt. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I was 17 then, so that's how I know. And because I flunked though, so that's there's a reason I was 17.
Yeah.
I flunked in the 7th grade when I went to Hiltonia. It was public school was a culture shock for me, believe it or not.
I mean, coming from when you was at Catholic school for how many years?
Yeah, I did 6 years at Catholic school.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But then middle school.
But see, I went to my first year in middle school, I went to Southmore. Because I ended up going to stay with my grandmother. She stayed out south by Eastgate. You know what I'm saying? So if I'd have went to high school, I'd have ended up going to Independence. So I had a second life over there. Because I always spent my summers over there anyway. So people thought I used to live there anyway. Then
I get that.
Yeah. You know how you be over there all the time? They be like, this nigga really don't even go to this school over here, you know?
Yeah.
But they see me 3 months out, consistently, and then all weekends.
Yeah, I used to. I remember when I first started kicking out south on Oakwood, and let me see. I remember Lolly stayed right beside the door.
Yeah.
Everybody used to think me and Lolly was brothers. But me, Lolly, and Abdul. Remember Abdul?
I remember Abdul.
Abdul, yeah. So we used to run together. You know what I'm saying? And everybody thought that I was from the south side. I was from over there. But when I started, I'm like, nah, I'm from the west side.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, we had a whole crew. Me, Spanky, Dude, Heezy, Spence, like Jay. You know what I mean? Joey and Army used to come out there sometime. Mo come out there sometime before he got locked up. But that's like we just was all a big crew. That's and even to this day we still cool. You know what I'm saying? But so I definitely understand that. So once you went to South. You got kicked out at what grade again?
In my 11th grade year, junior year.
So did you ever go back?
I went to Norfolk Dalt.
I was in Norfolk Dalt.
Yeah, I went to Norfolk Dalt.
Yeah.
And it felt like I felt like I was in a movie at Norfolk Dalt.
Movie?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because it was just like everybody from all walks of life from all over Columbus was there. You know what I mean?
I was one of them.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You got the bad chicks from here, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy. And it wasn't productive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, certain teachers cared. And it's just like I had too much freedom.
Yeah.
It was just way too much freedom.
It was a second chance school. Like,
yeah.
I got kicked out of my school. I got kicked out, so I went there. But it was definitely the second chance school. Like, the cats was going there, like, walking in the classroom, just putting out a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all that. But
yeah.
So did you ever finish up there?
Nah, I dropped out from there because I was still during this whole time. I was still selling dope. Like I was selling dope before my first day of high school.
Yeah.
I was already selling dope. So it was kind of like, and then my two homies, we all got kicked out right behind each other. Ended up going to North, and it was like, oh, here we back. We all got kicked out of South. We here together, and just, you know what I'm saying, I gave it all to the streets then.
Being a part of that, you know, I definitely know about, you know, that type of life. Have you, when you're in a dope game and you know and you're making money, there's always a chance that you can get robbed. Have you ever been robbed?
Yeah, I've been robbed twice. I was robbed at gunpoint right on Oakwood and Whittier.
And what happened?
It's crazy because like back then, like it was real crazy because like I didn't carry a gun that early on, and
Around what age?
this was so because I worked at the corner store too. So I worked at, it was called Choose at the time. Like I
Nigga,
was,
so you like you like Ace from Paying Up.
oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, because I worked there, and a lot of people know me from there. Like, well, I'm known from Oakwood because I was the first black kid on our block anyway.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I remember, I'm 1972. Like this is, like I don't remember like all my friends in the area. Like my best friend at the time was a white boy named Kelly. And then Corpus Christi, there was a lot of Ethiopians, Laotians, white, and then you had your certain black kids that could afford to go there. So I was really multicultural. So I didn't see color. So I've always been like, I love nice things.
For sure.
I mean, yeah, and you know, after speaking to my pops, you know, a couple years ago, I was like, oh, I see, this is where I get it from. So like I was that dude. Like I had 3 herringbones on.
Tupac Get Around video.
Yeah, and this is before Tupac. Yeah. So I had the 3 herringbones on, and you know, what I'm saying, I just always loved jewels. And motherfucking dude from New York robbed me.
How do you know he was from New York? Did you know him? And where were you at?
I was right on the corner of Oakwood and Whittier. Dead on the corner. Because that was the hangout spot. That was the spot. And I knew he was from New York because he everything about him was New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've always followed New York culture. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the 70s, 80s, you know what I'm saying? When it come to hip hop, you know, what I love. So I know, you know what I'm saying? I know that swag, and you know what I'm saying? And back then, they were starting to migrate here because of the dope game. You know what I'm saying? What we'd have here, you know what I'm saying, as a 25 was like a 10-piece down there, you know. So they like, oh, you know what I'm saying, that's where the Michigan people, Detroit, Michigan, they started migrating here when the dope game. So he just had that swag.
So what happened?
I ran the jewels.
No, I'm saying, like, did he pull up in the car?
Nah, the nigga walked up on me.
And who else? Like, paint the picture.
So like I was, I used to always just be on the corner. It was really, there was 4 corners. One corner was the bus stop. Nobody really hung out because it was somebody's house. Other corner was the laundromat. Then one corner was the wall where everybody used to sit up on the wall. Then another one connected to the corner store.
Right across the street.
Yeah. I was on that one over there, kind of solo dolo.
Oh, so you were by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he walked up.
Yeah, he walked up.
Like from what direction?
Like a little 38. He came up from behind.
So he
came up from behind.
So he must have seen you first.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I mean, back then I really wasn't hard to spot. You know what I'm saying? I worked at the corner store. I was the only black person that ever worked at the corner store by the it was owned by the Arabs. And then I worked at the laundromat too, so I was real popular for that. Then I was selling dope out of the corner store. At the music.
So he walked up from behind you.
Yeah.
And
he clicked the revolver back and said, "Take the jewels off." took him off.
Did you ever see him after that?
Nah. And I think I might have saw him, I think maybe months and months later, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't for sure, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't somebody from the hood. You know, see, he wasn't a regular. Mm-hmm. He didn't, you know, he was nobody I never served, you know. I just, you know, he had that accent, you know, he had that strong New York accent, and he had the, yeah, he looked like you'd have seen him in the lineup, you'd be like, that's him just the way he was dressed. Like, yeah, everything about him was New York. Timbs, the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? The cats weren't even rocking Timbs in Columbus yet. Not then. Yeah.
And how did you feel in that moment?
I was salty. I wasn't scared or terrified.
Were you mad?
I was pissed. Yeah, I was pissed. Right. Yeah, no, like I was like pissed. So and then what's so crazy after that? I started strapping up. Mm-hmm. I started strapping up. Yeah. Because then I was really, you know what I'm saying, then I got involved with some cats out of Detroit, and they was like, man, y'all niggas, y'all can't be riding, you know, selling this dope and not be, you know, have no heaters on you. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh yeah, this what we doing now.